year after the death of a Georgia Tech student on campus, the father says he still doesn't have answers about his child's death. Scout Schultz died last September after a confrontation with Georgia Tech police that ended when one officer shot the 21-year-old. Now, the student's death sparked demonstrations on campus, including one that turned violent when participants set fire to a Georgia Tech patrol car.
In the last year, Schultz's family and the campus community say they've worked tirelessly to prevent something like this from happening in the future. Fox 5's Claire Sims joins us now from the live desk, and Claire, Schultz's father says that there is still work that needs to be done.
Yeah, Bill Schultz says he still has questions about what led up to his child's death and says as a parent, he still wonders what he could have done to prevent it. That's why he wants to see continued change at Georgia Tech and other college campuses across the state.
The world is missing a wonderful human being that cared a lot for humanity, who went out and tried to do good things.
Bill Schultz and his family will always miss Scout. It was September 16, 2017, when the 21-year-old Georgia Tech student called 911 and gave officers a description of an armed person on campus matching Scout Schultz's own appearance. Campus police responded, and one officer opened fire when Schultz refused to comply with their instructions to drop the multi-tool in Schultz's hand that contained a knife. Georgia Tech released a statement on the anniversary of Schultz's death, reading in part, "While we remain deeply saddened by our loss, we are heartened by the substantive steps the Institute has taken to remember Scout and to chart a future course. Those changes include outfitting campus police with tasers and providing crisis intervention training to help officers better understand how to handle people suffering from mental illness."
Sadly, those changes should have taken place before Scout was killed.
Attorney L. Chris Stewart represents Schultz's family and says those changes are good, but they still plan to sue Georgia Tech and the police department for allegedly violating Schultz's civil rights. The Fulton County District Attorney's Office says the case remains under investigation.
We just can't wait any longer, so we'll be filing the lawsuit probably within the next 60 days. Because this never should have happened.
Schultz was a well-known advocate for the LGBTQ community. In the wake of the shooting, Georgia Tech launched what they call a Path Forward, an initiative to improve support services for those students and those with mental health issues.
I do think Scout would be pleased that there's been some fairly dramatic changes in the way that Georgia Tech relates to the community.
According to Georgia Tech, the police officer who shot Schultz remains on administrative duty. Bill Schultz and his attorney believe that officer should be fired. At the live desk, Claire Sims, Fox 5 News.